And thank you to our sponsor, Millesima. Millesima, bringing fine wine to you. Find out more information by visiting their website at www.millesima-usa.com.
Today, a very important tasting for us, and with the members of Union des Grands Crus de Bordeaux. And for the first time, we have 100 members here for the tasting, and we have never had so many people in America. For the members of the UGC, everybody are from the top level. For example, for the most well-known classification we have in Bordeaux, the classification of 1855 with 61 châteaux. And we have today in this room 52 or 53 members of the classification of 1855.
2005, it was the miracle year. It was so nice because of the weather, of everything. But what we try to do at Domaine de Chevalier is to express really the terroir and the fruit. So we don't want to extract too much. We want to do something very well balanced. And that's why Domaine de Chevalier is very well balanced, elegant and classic Bordeaux.
Well, it's a bit of a madhouse with this much good wine in a single day. It's hard to do justice, but there's a lot of buzz about the 05 vintage, so it's a lot of fun to be able to taste so many great chateaux in the same vintage. I think the thing to look for in a vintage that's as highly hyped as this is the values. Everybody knows that some of the first and the super seconds and things like that are going to command an astronomical price tag, so it's more about treasure hunter's paradise. In a strong vintage, you can find some lesser known chateaux that are worth buying up.
It's a rare vintage. It's rarely we got the opportunities to have such balance, and it's a question of weather. All the balance has been produced by the quite reasonable hot day of August, but the big contrast with the fresh night of August. That makes that the alcohol didn't increase too much and keeping the balance and the ripeness.
We are still very able to sell very good wine at very reasonable price still in Margaux. This is a very classic style, so you have all of the grape varieties, very mature grape varieties in the 05. We put all of the 4 grape varieties, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot and Merlot, and when all of the grape varieties are very mature, you have the top level, top quality wine, and that's the secret of the 05. Everything was good.
Sauternes is a great wine. We came here with a great vintage, with the vintage 2005, which is probably, as somebody told, it was one of the best vintage ever produced. I drank a 47 just less than a week ago. It was a superb wine. It was so young, and this is, I would say, the style of Sauternes. Sauternes, a great Sauternes is the wine which aged very well. And so we're pleased in Bordeaux and in Sauternes because we had some great vintages during the last years. We had the 2001, 2003, 2005. Look, this is what I did. I decanted the wine.
Okay.
Because it's a young vintage, 2005. It should be a shame probably to drink the wine right now, because with the age, the wine develops so well, really so well, and you have these flavors which you will get only in 10 years or 20 years.
It's one of the greatest vintages ever for Bordeaux, and we sell a lot of Bordeaux, so it's our job to be here today and take a look at the wines after they've been bottled. We looked at them in barrel, and now we want to see the final product and see if what we're buying is everything it's cracked up to be. The wines have great freshness. There's great harmony in the wines already. There's a few wines here today that are closed because we're looking at them at a weird time. A lot of the wines were just bottled and in a funny stage. But all in all, most of the wines have great harmony, really ripe, sweet tannins, long tannins, excellent fruit, good acids. They're powerful, but they're sneakily powerful. There were a couple sleepers today, a couple wines that we weren't expecting as much out of them as we got. Wines like Dangludet from Margaux, I think, was a really impressive wine. The Margaux lineup in general was awesome. To me, one of the best vintages ever from Margaux wines in general. You have to go back to 1990 probably to see wines of this caliber continuously from chateau to chateau, because there's a lot of inconsistencies in Margaux, and this year it was like, whoa, hey, Margaux is consistent. Today will help us determine what wines we hit at what prices, and it's more about what we'll pay for certain wines, because some wines, they may be available, but at what price? What are you willing to pay for, a wine like Trop Blanc Mondot today, which showed fabulously. Are you going to pay $400? Are you going to pay $200? What are you going to pay? And it's up to us to taste the wines today and determine what the customer may go for. 2000 was the last great year that we saw. 2003 had its highlights, but it was a mixed year because of the great heat in Bordeaux during that year. So 2000 was the overall last great year, but 2005 may potentially trump that year, and that year was really good.